What the What's up, everybody? I'm here today with what is either the best, biggest brain surprise deck that I've ever made, or it's the dumbest, worst deck that I've ever made and shown you. Okay, I'm not sure which of those two it is, but I'm pretty convinced it's one of them. And I'm actually planning to take this deck into ranked next month, next season, and try to hit infinite with this deck. I'm not going to take it into conquest too much because I don't think it's the most consistent. And if you want to be good in conquest, you want a pretty consistent deck. But in terms of normal rank mode, I think it can get a lot of 4 and 8 cube wins because it can really just surprise people. Okay, I hardly know what I'm playing with this deck, and if I hardly know what I'm playing, my opponent's definitely not going to know what I'm playing, and I'm hoping to take them by surprise, get some good highlights, get some good wins. So I'm going to go into a deep dive of this deck, the card choices, some possible replacements. I'll go into the main win conditions. I'll get into a turn-by-turn breakdown covering the two main big combos we have in this deck, and then we'll get into some gameplay. So I do have timestamps in the video, so feel free to jump ahead if you feel like it. I also always keep a copy of the Decklist code in the description, so go check that out if you want to just copy and paste that right into your Snap account. And let's get into it. Looking at the smartest, dumbest deck that I've ever made, you can see we got some real cheese going on here. Okay, you have some cards which you don't ever really see. We've got Crystal, who I'm convinced is a pretty bad card, but she might actually work in this deck. We've got Omega Red, who always seems like he could have good possibility, but he's usually just a pretty bad card. And then we've got the Living Tribunal, aka the Living Meme. It might be one of the worst cards in the game. It's definitely the worst 6-drop, but it is my favorite card. I love playing this guy. I've played him a ton in a Lockjaw deck where you can spit out big power and then split it cost 3 lanes. But I realized I could actually put him in a nice ongoing deck as long as I have Wave in here to get some cost discounts. And you can get some really good cheesy combos. So we're using these 3 cards that just seem pretty bad, okay, maybe even terrible, but it might actually work once you put them all together. We'll get into the win conditions for this deck on the next slide, but they do involve using either Omega Red or Living Tribunal, okay? Those are the cards that can split power over multiple lanes, so we're going to need to get at least one of them down in just about every game in order to win. And we can amplify power and ongoing effects with Onslaught, Iron Man, and Warpath. Mystique can be in there as well to amplify Onslaught or Iron Man, some ongoing effect, but the other cards are all support. Okay, Wave is there to give you a cost discount so you can get an Onslaught early. Magik is there to buy you time to get your combo cards. Crystal is there to help you draw your combo cards. Armor will protect you. Zabu gives you discounts on those 3 4-drops we have. And Invisible Woman, she's a real star here. I love putting Invisible Woman in my ongoing decks, and this one especially, she's so good at hiding, and I think she's really going to help me get some big 4 and 8 cube wins in the next ranked season. Now this deck does have a lot of Series 3 cards. It even has 1 Series 4 card in Zabu and 1 Series 5 card in the Living Tribunal. Okay, so if you do not have Pool 3 complete, I'm going to assume you cannot make this deck just because it has so many pieces. We do have some good replacements on the side here, and Mr. Fantastic and Claw can both be used to split out power. Okay, they kind of do the job that Omega Red and Living Tribunal do. Super Scroll is great if you're running into a lot of ongoing decks that your opponents are playing. Spectrum, Cosmo, Ant-Man, they're just great ongoing cards. So this deck definitely has options if you do need a replacement for some of these cards. So to dive in on the win conditions, I'm actually going to give you a turn-by-turn guide for these 2 different conditions. Okay, you're pretty much going for one of these 2 combos every game. So it's not just reliant on one combo. You do have options. So if you don't try your first combo, you might be able to pull it together with your second combo. The first combo is just getting Onslaught plus Iron Man with the Living Tribunal. Okay, this is a ton of power. Those 3 alone account for 52 power in a single lane. And when that gets split across 3 lanes, that is 17 power in each lane. Now, we have Onslaught, who's a 6-drop, and we have Living Tribunal, who's also a 6-drop, and to me, that's Living Tribunal's worst quality, is regardless of his power, him being a 6-cost card is really what makes him difficult to play and why he's so niche and pretty much just a bad card. But we do have Wave in our deck for this reason. Okay, if we get Wave out, we can play Onslaught on turn 4, Iron Man turn 5, and Living Tribunal into turn 6. We're going to look at that in our turn-by-turn breakdown, but that's how that combo is possible. Looking at the right side, we got a similar kind of situation. Okay, we can abuse Wave or Magik to pull off this combo that normally just seems too expensive. But if we get Omega Red down, and then we get Onslaught followed by Mystique to copy Onslaught's ongoing, we're going to be giving ×6 to all ongoing abilities on that location. Okay, so you drop Warpath after, he's going to get really strong, and Omega Red will have ×6 to his ongoing. He'll be giving 24 power to other lanes, and that is nuts if you can get that combo going. Now let's take a deeper dive into these win conditions and look at these two examples of turn-by-turn breakdowns and really what you want to be aiming for each game. To start, we're going to be looking at the combo that involves Living Tribunal. Turn 2, you want to be looking to get Invisible Woman or Armor down. Now, Invisible Woman is the best option here. Armor actually won't help you unless you need to fill in a card like Warpath or something. But Invisible Woman is an all-star in this combo. She's going to hide everything as long as you play Living Tribunal last, and she's going to surprise your opponents. Might get you 8 cubes. Now, after playing Invisible Woman on turn 2, we're going to look to play Wave on turn 3 in a different lane. Okay, we're doing this for 2 reasons. First of all, if we have Wave behind Invisible Woman, she's not going to pop off. She's going to be useless. But second of all, we are going to need that space behind Invisible Woman. Okay, we need those 3 empty spots, so we want to play Wave in a different lane. After playing Wave, you can now play any one of your cards on turn 4. Okay, so you really want to play one of your 6-cost cards, but you want to play Onslaught if you can. If you only have Living Tribunal at the moment, but you're hoping you draw Onslaught, you can go ahead and play Tribunal, but he is bugged right now. He will show his power split even when he's hidden behind Invisible Woman. So for example, if you just played Living Tribunal here, you had Invisible Woman, Living Tribunal, who's hidden, and Wave on the board, you only have 6 visible power between Invisible Woman and Wave, and all 3 of your locations would show as having 2 power. Okay, and you would see this, and your opponent would see this. So even though it's not counting Living Tribunal's power yet, it would show that he's splitting power across the board, and your opponent would be aware that you're hiding Living Tribunal. Maybe they fix this at some point. I hope they do, because it means this combo can go in any order. But for the time being, this is bugged, so you want to play Onslaught here turn 4 if you have him instead of Living Tribunal. Since this is bugged, we're going to try to play Living Tribunal last. But assuming we got Onslaught down on turn 4 thanks to the Wave discount, we're just going to play Iron Man here on turn 5. Okay, he's going to be doubling all the power in this location, and because of Onslaught, he's actually getting doubled again. Okay, so you can get ×4 to all the power you have in this location. And turn 6 is what we've been alluding to all game. We are now dropping the Living Tribunal. And remember that you have Invisible Woman down, so going into turn 6, all your opponent knows is that you're hiding 2 cards behind Invisible Woman. They may snap and then play Cosmo here to try and block whatever on reveals they think you're going to pop out. Maybe they think you're some kind of discard deck even with MODOK and Hela. And even if your opponent has Enchantress, she would only hit your Invisible Woman, and then your other cards would flip over, but your opponent would have no more answers to stop your ongoings. Okay, so it's really good protection having Invisible Woman in front of this combo here. If you don't have any locations that are adding power or subtracting power from the cards you have on them, this is what your board's going to look like. And that's pretty dang good. Okay, over 20 in all 3 locations. It doesn't matter if they're closed off, if you can't play in them. It's going to simply be 22 power in each location. And remember that going into turn 6, all your opponent saw was Invisible Woman and Wave. They only saw 6 total power on the board, and now you're popping out 22 everywhere. That's pretty dang good. So that is combo 1. Now let's take a look at combo number 2 that this deck uses. So combo number 2, which utilizes Omega Red, is a bit more intricate. It has a few more cards and steps. We're starting off with Zabu. He's going to discount your 4-drops and really let you start building up this combo. Now if you did get Zabu down, you've got a couple options going into turn 3. You can either do Crystal, Omega Red, or Warpath. Crystal and Omega Red are the ideal plays here, just because if you play Warpath here right now, he will be at 9 power, and your opponent could kill him with Shang-Chi. Whereas Omega Red can never get Shang-Chi'd, even if you're winning that location super hard and his ongoing is popping off. And if you don't have Omega Red in hand, you can actually just play Crystal here to draw a card. We'll want to play Crystal on the same location that Zabu is in, because that's going to be just our helpful cards location. Okay, that's not going to be our big power location. For a big power location, we're going to be playing cards separate from where we play Zabu, Crystal, Magik, all those cards that are just supporting, we want to keep in a separate location. So for this example, we are using our middle location as the big power spot. Turn 3, we played Crystal on the left to help us draw. Turn 4, we're now going to look to play Omega Red or Warpath. Now again, your order may be a bit reversed depending on which cards you had in hand. But if we can on turn 4 in this situation, we're going to look to play Omega Red and Warpath only if we have to. So we got our Omega Red down, and that's going to really help us power up, but we do need to buy some time specifically for the energy, because we need 7 energy on the final turn. So we're going to use Magik on the left. Again, that is our supporting cards location. We're keeping her separate from the power spot. We're going to do Magik on the left and extend the game by 1 turn. Turn 6 comes in. We're dropping Onslaught. We are setting up for a big combo. Now your opponent's going to kind of know what you're doing here, right? They see Omega Red. They see Onslaught. They know you're going to be doubling Omega Red's ongoing, adding 8 power to the other 2 locations, but you don't really have much power here right now. Okay, they might think an Iron Man is coming, but you haven't shown anything too big yet, so they might actually not be intimidated by it. Now in turn 7, we're going to look to drop Mystique first, and then Warpath. If you don't have that combo in hand, but you do have Iron Man, you can just go for Iron Man, but Omega Red will only be adding 8 power to the other locations. Once you drop Mystique here, she's going to be copying Onslaught's ongoing effect, and that will give all of your ongoing cards times 6 to whatever their ongoing is. So Omega Red's plus 4 power to other lanes will become plus 24 power to other lanes. And Warpath's ongoing, that normally just gives him plus 4 power, will be giving him plus 24 power. And that will lead your final board to look like this. You will have 33, 41, and 24 power across the board, and that is disgusting. Now, this is more power than what we saw in the first combo, but you did take it 1 additional turn. That means your opponent had extra time as well to power up their side of the board, and you do need more cards and more steps here. Now, funny enough, I've actually lost to this combo on live stream, and I made a YouTube short about it. I'll go ahead and I'll link it above if I can, where my opponent went for this combo. I didn't think they were going to pull out anything crazy, and the Mystique Warpath really threw me off. I was thinking Iron Man or something. I wasn't too worried, but that combo threw me off. That's where I got the idea to add the second part of the combo into the Living Tribunal ongoing deck. But that's enough talking. Let's get into some gameplay. All right, Camp Leahy giving us Green Goblin. I don't know if we care about that, but we'll appreciate the free card. Okay, we do not have anything we can play, so we're actually going to use this Green Goblin. Wow. Green Goblin on negative zone is nasty, but we do need to set up for possibly drawing Living Tribunal. So we're going to go ahead and do this. We're against a discard deck. Interesting. There's Living Tribunal. Okay. So we could have actually done Wave on the left, because she could have her 3 power added. Against a Wong deck. Wong discard. Very interesting. I guess they have Moon Knight. they gonna Moon Knight me and discard all my crap? I think that's what's going on here.
Iron Man.
I think it's the shenanigans. No, it's just Modok. He's just popping off a lot. They got rid of Gambit. Patriot. They have a weird deck, I'll tell you that much. Okay, they have a really strong Apocalypse. And they're snapping, I don't mind. Their Apocalypse should beat me. But I don't care. I'm just gonna play my stuff. What do we get on the right here? Oh, would you look at that? I just took them out. Their Apocalypse, in fact, did not beat me as I thought it would. So we will take that. Alright, we've got Kiln. We maybe play there. Maybe it's our empty location. We'll have to see what the other two are. Looks like that will be our empty location. And we're going to play Wave on the left. Hopefully this right location we can play in. Against a movement deck, okay. Hit my Warpath, that's actually completely fine. Maybe not, I don't know. But we're just gonna go ahead and do this. Our opponent can add cards to the middle pretty easily, their movement deck. So this should be a decent game for them. Just move a bunch of cards in that hard to play in location. Huh. So I could go Tribunal right, Iron Man right, and then I have basically 2 turns to draw Onslaught. Or I could do Magik left, and then Iron Man, Tribunal, Onslaught right, and I have 3 turns to draw Onslaught. Okay, so it's up to how many turns I want to draw my boy. I guess we're gonna stick it out so we can draw him. I think that's the move. We're gonna try. Play probably Iron Man right here. I drew him right away. Okay, so I could have just gone for the combo, but that's fine. Movement deck can get big power in some lanes. In the left lane they have good power, but remember I can get 22 across 3 lanes. Wow, he got pretty lucky. I mean, that Hulkbuster could have hit either card. But I think we're okay still. We got Iron Man. Mystique's not going to do anything here. Yeah, we're not going to get use out of Mystique even if we draw Omega Red. So we're just going to Tribunal next turn. And we got it. There's no way they're getting 22 power in 2 lanes. That's kind of a weird spot to cloak, right? They put cloak over here, but they should have done it on the right. Then Heimdall in or something. So I think we just took this win. No snapping needed this game. But let's see these numbers in action. There's the Heimdall play. Very nice. And I think I just won all 3 lanes. Magik actually gives us more power. Maybe we're at 23 in all lanes. Be 22 if it was only 6 turn game. So we gotta be at 23. There we go. We will take that fat Dubski. Victory. Alright, we have Zabu. We have Wakanda. I've seen that location a lot. It's very nice for us. And we even have Crystal. So we can even Zabu into Crystal if we don't have the cards we want. Let's do that. Let's Zabu. Hopefully we can play on the right still. If not, it might be okay. Let's see what we get. Okay, I do not want to mess with Vibranium Mines. I don't really want to draw a bunch of Vibranium, but I don't want to play in the middle in case I get Warpath. And playing on the left, I don't want to do, because if I get Omega Red and Magik, which there's Magik. Okay. Here's my Omega Red. If my opponent didn't do shenanigans this turn, I would have been okay. So I'm actually going to Onslaught first because I'm worried about a Galactus. Turns out I did not need to be worried about a Galactus. There's my Living Tribunal. Now I could Iron Man Living Tribunal, or I could even Magik into Omega Red, Mystique, Iron Man. That would add 8 power to the other lanes. So I think I do need to go just with the Living Tribunal play. I don't think adding 8 to the other lanes is good enough. And I played Onslaught early because I was worried about Galactus. Okay, my opponent's got Destroy Deck going. Good on them. Let's see where they're getting stuff. And so I might have a bit less than 22 power in all 3 lanes because I don't have the 3 power that I usually have in this setup when I have Invisible Woman or Armor down. I do have a bit more on the right, so we're going to see what those numbers turn out to be. Our opponent actually has a lot of power. We're going to lose the right, I believe, but we have a really good shot in the left and middle, especially with that -2 power location. That's going to hurt our opponent because that doesn't affect us, okay, because we're not playing any cards there. So let's see what we get here. 11, and then it's 24, spread 8. I think I'm at 19 on all locations. So I think we were defeated. Let's see what we got. Yeah, it was 19. Okay, our opponent spit out a lot of power. That is pretty impressive, if I'm being honest. No, he got null off of Iron Lad. If he did not get null, I should have taken him there. So that's a bit unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. We will take that L with grace. Okay, Machine World. We could probably just avoid that location. We'll make that one our empty location for Warpath. And we've got Iron Man and Omega Red. Okay, so we definitely have enough power for one lane, although this will probably be our empty location. I'm going to drop armor on the right. We'll see what the right location spawns. Okay. Maybe against Galactus, I'm not sure. Oh, the Nexus. Okay, so my deck is essentially built for the Nexus, right? It's built to just put a bunch of power on one lane, so this favors me a lot. I would snap here. I'm already at infinite though, so I don't want to snap and just have my opponent retreat. Okay, Soulstone. We're against a Thanos deck. I wonder if they... Definitely Thanos Death, but I wonder if they have Galactus as well. I do see that sometimes. Okay, if Warpath comes down, and definitely once Iron Man comes down, I do think my opponent will probably retreat. They could actually use the redstone to get rid of the Nexus. Okay, they could be planning to ditch that location. Oh, I got their 6 power Venom. Very interesting. Okay, so could just Iron Man. Omega Red is also pretty good. I'm gonna Iron Man. If they don't redstone it this turn, they might try and redstone it next turn to surprise me. But if I put Tribunal down, I will be okay. I just have to think if I want Tribunal down. I have to think they have the redstone, you know. So it's hard to see what my power is because of, I mean, I have 18 over here and I'm at 20 total. Tribunal puts me at 32, spread across 3 is 11 in 3 locations. That's not terrible. 11. We're going to go ahead and do that. We're predicting our opponent is going to use the redstone. did they just play one card? We might be incorrect here. We were incorrect about the red stone, but we did still just win the location.
Victory!
I was actually forgetting to calculate that once power gets split out into 3, it then gets powered up in the Nexus and added to the other locations again. Okay, Vormir, we're probably going to avoid that. That's going to be our location we don't play in. We're against a Kitty Pride deck. If it's a bounce deck, I think it's pretty fine as long as they don't hit my Living Tribunal or something with Ham. I think we're okay with a bounce deck. But if they got Ham, they're going to ham me up. And I've got the combo. If they don't ham me, I've got the combo in hand. So, okay, it's a Kitty movement, maybe not bounce deck. Okay, they've got to move them soon. I have to figure out where I'm going to play wave. I can't play in the middle. On the right goes my opponent. On the left she dies, so I guess we're killing our wave. Okay. My opponent's also killing their card, question mark? I guess they're going to pop Vormir. Okay, so they've also popped Vormir. They can play there. They might be thinking I have Galactus or something, but Invisible Woman says that I don't. It's a weird card to have in a Galactus deck. But we'll see what they do. No need for Magic or Crystal this game. We've got the cards we want. We're going to drop Onslaught first, because the Living Tribunal will show his power split even behind Invisible Woman, and we do not want our opponent to know that. They did me dirty with Juggernaut, so we're just going to do the combo over here. Forget them. Yeah. They hit us away, but if that's their only, utility to move our cards around, then we're just going to do the combo over here. No worry of getting countered. And they just retreated.
Victory.
They did not want any of that. They knew I was up to funny business, and they wanted none of it. So, alright, we have Invisible Woman. We do not want to draw a bunch of Vibranium. We will not play on the left. We enjoy Monster Island. We enjoy that very much. Iron Man here is very good. Unfortunately, we don't have armor. It's the only thing I'm a bit concerned about. We don't know what our opponent has. So I'm actually going to play on the right. If I draw armor, that's great. If not, my opponent may be concerned with what's going on in the right, and they will not Shang-Chi the middle. But we'll have to see. Okay, what do we get? We got nothing. Okay, we're going to do a little trick here. We're going to play Mystique right here, behind Invisible Woman. She will copy whatever the last card I play on turn 6 is, if it's in a different location. Okay, because after turn 6, she is going to reveal first. After Invisible Woman's cards start revealing. So we can go ahead and play her here, even though she doesn't have a target yet. Because we just have to remember that. Okay, on turn 6, we have to remember to play an ongoing that we want copied on the right. It could be Iron Man. But we do hopefully want to get Tribunal out. Or turn 7 if we make it a turn 7 game. Okay, we're against a movement deck, I believe. Wave, Tribunal, Iron Man. Okay, and I need to wave because I want Iron Man on turn 6 again, so Mystique copies it. So I'm going to wave, Tribunal, Iron Man. Okay, Ghost Spider, very nice. Okay. There's my wave. Now, when I do Tribunal, my opponent's going to know even if I put it behind Invisible Woman, because that's just the bug going on, and you'll see that here. So I could even play out in the open, because I'm going to have Iron Man on the left, on the middle and the right, so it doesn't actually matter where my Tribunal 6 power is going, but on the right has +1 power. So he is actually worth 2 more power on the right, because it's getting doubled. Okay, so we're going to Living Tribunal, and our opponent's going to know what we got, because these powers are going to even out. So our opponent now knows we're hiding Living Tribunal behind Invisible Woman, but they do not know about this Mystique shenanigans and the fact that I'm hiding basically an Iron Man here. Okay, they have no clue about that. They see 3 5s, and they're gonna think they are in the clear. When in fact, they are not. Okay, even if they have Juggernaut, they probably just Juggernaut the right location, because that's where it seems like I have my shenanigans going on. And I could even done Iron Man on the right to get a double on top of a double, but I don't actually have too much power there. So I think this is more. And I couldn't do that. I lied. I need Iron Man to reveal, and then Mystique copy him. Okay, and let's see how we did.
Iron Man.
I think we did pretty good. Our opponent had a lot of power, if I'm being honest.
Iron Man.
So that adds another 12. I think our opponent might have outpowered us, maybe? Oof, they did. We only got 16s. Okay, so we thought we were being really smart and clever, but we actually just lacked power on the board. And we are taking that L. All right, Avengers Compound. So if we do play Invisible Woman, we want to put her on the left because we're going to have to play there turn 5. Okay, Warpath now costs 5. We are going to play Invisible Woman on the left. And let's see what we can manage. We do have Omega Red and Warpath. Armor would have been nice there, actually, seeing that my opponent played that now. And they've got the Raft, okay. I don't think I can fill it, but let me just place stuff here. Okay, and that Nova boost, very nice. Strong Bucky. Okay, well, our hand is pretty bad. But we could maybe save the day if we get Onslaught. I think Onslaught for us might be alright.
Clear for takeoff.
Okay, we got Magik. Still, Onslaught's okay. We're gonna be fighting for power here. My opponent just retreated. Okay, they didn't want none. They didn't know I was hiding. They thought I was hiding something good. I wasn't. I didn't draw great. This guy got hit by Icebox. I mean, it was going downhill, but I don't know. Maybe my opponent thought I had some Gambit, crazy Wong stuff going on. So we will just take that W. Maybe they're even worried about Patriot Ultron. I don't know, but we'll accept it. Thank you all for watching me play this ongoing meme deck. You can catch me on my live streams trying to take this deck to infinite rank next season. And I'll see you next time.